Alright, hello Math 2. I am going to review Learning Target 10B with you, where it says to determine the radius and center of a circle and analyze a graph of a circle to write its equation. Before we start, I want to review the equation of a circle. And this is going to be in graphing form. Okay, so it is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, where the center is h comma k. Okay. Alright, so let's look at number 1. It says to list the center and the radius for the following equations. So to list the center, we want to look here. So my center is going to be 2 comma negative 4. Remember that my signs become the opposite. And then my radius is going to be the square root of 16 because remember that it's equals r squared. So it is 4. I'll do one more with you. If we go ahead and look at number 2. Alright, so the center is going to be negative 3. Comma 2, my signs are the opposite, and then my radius is the square root of 5. Now I'm totally fine with you leaving this as the square root of 5. However, if you want to approximate it, that's fine too. So if I go to the nearest hundredth, 2.24, again, either way is fine. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and do 3 by yourself and do 4 by yourself. I am going to be looking at your work for number 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the bottom, right? So we were looking at graphing form, identifying center and radius. Now when we look at the bottom half of Learning Target 10B worksheet, it says to write the equation of each circle given the information below. So now we're given the information we want to write the equation. So our center is at 5, negative 8, and our radius is 3. So remember, we're going to use this graphing form right here. So we have x, my sign becomes the opposite, so x minus 5 squared plus y plus 8 squared equals 3 squared. Go ahead and let's actually square 3, so that would be equals 9. Alright, let's look at number 2. My center is at 9, 0, and my radius is 2.5. Alright, so we have my center, x minus 9, right? My sign becomes the opposite, squared, plus, now I want you to think about this part. That would be y minus 0, which is just y. So I'm just going to write this as y squared equals 2.5 squared. Now if we actually square 2.5, it should be 6.25. So just remember that when you're plugging in your center, you change the sign and you square your radius. One thing I also noticed when I was grading your mastery checks, people were forgetting to write the squared after like the x part, like the x minus 5 part and the y plus 8 part. You were forgetting to square it, so make sure that you don't forget that as you are working on number 3 and number 4. With number 4, I am going to be looking at your equation for that one. Alright, hopefully this helped review Learning Target 10B. Make sure that you are very comfortable with the graphing form of a circle.